Welcome to the Global Outlook for Wipes podcast, brought to you by Smithers Pyra. The Go Wipes conference is the only event in Europe dedicated to wipes built through research conducted directly with the industry. It explores the latest in science, technology, business, and EU regulations. Go Wipes is made for the industry, by the industry, offering professionals from across the full wipes value chain the opportunity to gain insights into the issues that affect their market today.
Okay, our next speakers are Sean Riley and Brian Wilkin, co-founders of Dude Wipes. They're going to speak on, let me make sure I get the topic exactly correct.
Mostly be about Dude Wipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. As Phil said, we're here with Dude Products to talk about our first product, Dude Wipes. And I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the movie Animal House, but we like to make a comparison of kind of that's where the idea was born, that such a product was needed. Kind of, having pints and burritos 3-4 times a week. You're having a lot of conversations about the bathroom. And, we thought there was an opportunity in the market. So I'm going to let Brian take it through for a few slides, which are actually from 2011 or 2012 that we used to kind of look at the opportunity and see what was out there.
Yeah, so as Sean said, one day we kind of decided to sober up in our apartment. We all lived together and we were ripping through baby wipes. So we kind of came up with a business conceptually, let's create a wipe for guys. But we decided to do some actual market research. But like Sean also said, it was back in like 2011, 2012 range. And I'm just going to read these quotes because they really hit home for us when we were kind of just conceptually thinking about the opportunity. So this is just kind of the general wipes industry publication. We had found some quotes that really stuck out. So in the wet tissue market penetration, personal hygiene wipes will enjoy increased market penetration. The concept of wet bathroom tissue as a part of standard bathroom routine is gaining acceptance, especially since the industry has become diligent in developing not only flushable but dispersible products. And then on packaging and branding, which is kind of really an area that we wanted to concentrate on when developing our product. It says packaging that encourages usage is essential to growth. It is refreshing to see the industry branching out, trying new ideas, and backing brands. And then from a men's hygiene perspective, an overview mapping wipes trends with new product launches shows men's hygiene wipes are one of the new and interesting categories. So we started seeing some validation in the overall wipes kind of publications and data. So we decided to move on to kind of look at the men's grooming market. And none of us previously had any background in wipes or male grooming. So this was really just a learning experience for us too. So in the men's grooming, it's one of the fastest growing segments in the beauty business. Research from Mintel forecast that sales of men's toiletries will hit $3.2 billion by 2016, up from an estimated 2.6 this year and 2.2 billion in 2006. So again, a pretty large market and growing. And this was another kind of interesting thing we came across. And this is moist toilet tissue globally. So moist toilet tissue is currently 3% of U.S. toilet paper market. In 2012, European MTT penetration ranged from 10 to 40%, with an average of 12%. So I don't know if this just says Americans have dirtier butts than a lot of European countries. But we really could see that, the market potential was there. If we just assumed, that 3% turned into a 12% in the U.S., it becomes a $1.2 billion market. So from those takeaways, we had kind of like 4 main points that we boiled down to. So on the MTT, there's just a huge opportunity in the market in general in the U.S. On the male grooming front, there was really a complete void in any sort of wipes being produced that kind of spoke to guys and, personal hygiene for guys. So there's obviously a lot of kind of body wash and shampoo directed towards men, but really nothing in terms of wipes. So with our first product that we launched, packaging was a big deal that we wanted to concentrate on. The on-the-go, so it's single package is the first kind of product we launched. And that was huge for us because, we were all guys in our 20s, didn't really spend that much time at home, so having that on the go solution kind of to be able to clean up wherever was a really big deal for us. And then the branding. This is probably the key aspect of our company in general, is we just wanted to speak to our consumers by being blunt and humorous. I mean, we're, launching into the market with a butt wipe. You can't take yourselves too seriously, but you have to be able to communicate about a taboo subject to people and make it normal. So that's kind of, after doing the research and kind of coming up with these points, we pooled money together within ourselves and decided to make our first purchase from a contract manufacturer of dude wipes. And so I'll let Sean take it over from here and kind of tell the story on kind of how we hit the market and what's happened since.
Thank you. Yeah, so like Brian said, there we were with 4 pallets of dude wipes in our spare bedroom without really any idea how to sell them or what was next. But we just kind of started hustling, seeing where we could move them, got a little bit of traction online, and we applied for the Visionary Award, which was the INDA Vision Conference in 2013, which we ended up winning. So that was a good validator for us that the industry, industry experts, people like yourselves, which we're not even close to yet, but we were way not close to back then, thought that the product had traction with, the overall wipes market, the male grooming trends, the unique branding, innovative packaging, kind of developed this innovative trend. And, we thought we were in good company with Kimberly-Clark and Swiffer being some previous winners of the award. So to talk more about, consumer trends and the general topic of the speech, we want to make sure that when people are developing brands, they're kind of identifying their generation. So, right now you have the greatest generation, which we could call real old dudes. It's a great name for a generation, and you're not going to tell your grandpa that he's not the greatest. So they can hold on to that one. And then baby boomers, which are more of our, seasoned dudes. And then Generation X and millennials is really where we see the bulk of our sales. So in terms of marketing and, who we're trying to appeal to, we're definitely, while we have users in the older generations, our core group is in the millennials and the Generation X. So those are the people we're really trying to continue having a conversation with. And then Generation Z, really not much is known about this generation yet. They may try and wipe their butt with their iPhone or something like that. So we'll stay on top of that. And another note on the millennials is it's, projected, it is the largest population in the U.S. and it's going to peak in 2036. So from there, and this is an exercise you can do with any of your brands, is find the brand or find the generation you're trying to appeal to, and then look at why they want to buy, what makes them buy. So this is a dive into 3 keys to selling products to millennials. Be unique. You can drive a higher price if your product is unique. And that can be done through innovative product, innovative manufacturing process, a unique story, branding, etc. So you can see there's a picture of us 4 dudes. We have the unique story. We have the fun brand, comes off to our consumer as unique, and that's important to them. Meaningful is another important aspect of marketing to the millennials. So purpose gene, they want purpose in their brand. And a few cool things that we do is we donate wipes to the troops. So we have a section on our website where if you know somebody, you enter in their APO address and, no questions asked, we move the product overseas. And then we also do a partnership with colon cancer charity. So we donate portions of our web sales to colon cancer, and they support young colon cancer victims. So bringing that meaning through, making sure people are aware of the things we do. And then innovation again, That's something that the younger generation is willing to pay a premium for. And especially, when we were first starting out, our prices were much higher than they are today because we're buying such low quantities. But luckily, our early consumers didn't mind that higher price because of what they were getting. So niches in early marketing is a few other stories we wanted to tell here. This is kind of a Dude Wipes highlight reel. The UFC niche, which, Ultimate Fighting, is an area where we gained a lot of core fans right off the bat. And I think it's important, to realize when you're launching a trend or a new product that you have to appeal to a small group of people first and, kind of broaden out from there. So we put Dude Wipes on the back side of Tyron Woodley, who's now the UFC champion. Put it on the back of his shorts. You can call it advertising. And on pay-per-view that night, Twitter went wild. We were the number 3 trend in the world, which is usually reserved for, presidential elections. So it's really hard to do. We haven't done it since, but it was such a fun marketing play towards guys 18 to 35 that it just, it clicked, it worked. We got a lot of positive buzz out of it, and we developed a good following within that niche. Another niche that we found is bass fishing. So I don't know how many bass fishermen we have here, but Brian and I are not bass fishermen either. But we started noticing right away these people who were bass fishing, who were outdoors all the time, really liked our product. And here's just a clip from a professional.
Listen to me. I am an outdoorsman. I'm a man who's proud to say he's a man's man. But I'm not too proud to use a dude wipe. Do yourself a favor. Do your wife a favor. You tired of coming home with one sock, sleeve cut out of your jersey? Get yourself a dude wipe. Be clean. Be fresh. Be happy.
So yeah,
get yourself a dude wipe.
Gerald Swindle, professional bass fisherman. He actually just won Angler of the Year. Is a good example of an early person we got involved with on a sponsorship level, who then has cultivated, our following in that niche as well. Another niche we hit on was, more of the humorous-based niche. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rob Dyrdek or the Fantasy Factory. It's an MTV reality show that's based on an entrepreneur and all the funny stuff that goes on at his factory. And we shipped him some free Dude Wipes. And lo and behold, about 6 months later, we got a call from the MTV producers that said, Rob thinks your product is so funny, he thinks it's so cool. He wants to do a part of his episode where he's doing a PSA for wipes, why everyone needs to use wipes. And there's more to it than this clip. Luckily, we have no kids in the room for this clip, but he called this the Clean Hole Alliance, and this was his PSA for why people should use Dude Wipes.
You guys ready to see it? What we've created here is something incredible. When you guys see this, you're going to say to yourselves, what? How could we have done this?
I believe that.
It's something spectacular. Let's take a look.
The following is a public service announcement from the Clean Hole Alliance.
How you doing? I'm Cliff.
And I'm Plop. Together, we can make a real mess. Toilet paper can handle Flip.
But it's no match for Plop.
You got yourself a dirty pipe?
Reach for Dude Wipe.
I'm a wet nap, capable of coaxing out the most stubborn of dingleberries.
And I'm a dingleberry.
Ah, so much better. Thanks, Flip and Plop. Thanks, Dude Wipe.
No problem, Mr. Hole. And remember, kids, the human species cleans its own feces. Nothing more whack
than a dirty crack.
Brought to you by the Clean Hole Alliance. Saving the world, one hole at a time.
What do you guys think?
That might have been...
So I don't know if the
put into the content of that video.
yes. They said we had to sign the papers. They said whatever we play on MTV, you're either going to like it or not. But we liked it, and millions of people watched the show, so it was great awareness for us. And later on that year, we actually got onto another show that millions of people watch, and that was Shark Tank, where part of driving a trend, besides all the marketing and branding, is obviously money. So this was our opportunity to get some outside money into the company, and you can check out the clip here.
The entrepreneurs have two offers on the table from Robert and Kevin, both at $300,000 for 25% of Dude Wipes, wet wipes for men.
So guys, you have two offers. What are you gonna do?
We'd like to counter $300,000 for 20% of the company, but splitting. So $150,000 for 10% of the company by Kevin, $150,000 for 10% of the company by Robert.
Not changing the value.
Can't do it. If you get two sharks, that's even more valuable.
Yeah, I was actually thinking if you want two of us, we should go to 30%.
Yeah, I have the feeling too.
We'll do a deal at 25.
Two sharks are
Two
worth it.
sharks at 25.
They just said two sharks at 25.
Yeah, but
they're changing your mind.
I appreciate Robert's grade, and I'm endorsing it now. Guys, 30%, we're going to make this work for you. It's very, very hard to get two guys to play ball like this.
Well, dudes.
We'll take the initial offer for 25%.
Let's do the classic negotiating. Let's split the middle.
Two
27
sharks.
and a half.
27 and a half.
Tell them to shove it up their butt.
25, and we got a deal. We started at 10, so.
Kevin, Robert.
I think the extra 2.5 is worth having two guys.
That tells you they're not that into it in the first place.
Yeah.
Seriously? Mark, you make comments like that. You're not
It's
even
true.
in the deal. It's our
It's
money.
true.
We can do what we want.
Well, Mark,
What did he
it
say?
goes the other way too.
Save your soul and get out of here without these guys. They switched the deal on me.
Here's the thing, you guys. It should be painful if it's a great deal, and it's hurting you. It's a good deal.
And why would the 2.5 mean anything to these guys? They're just being greedy.
You gotta look at it from my perspective. I'm lowering my own equity. I'm taking less to get Kevin involved. I see value of having multiple guys. It's 27 and a half. Everybody has an opinion once they're out.
They're fighting over 2.5%. What do you want to do? How long do you want to wait?
Think of the sharks. You got a bully and a pretty boy. Is that
See,
who
isn't
you
that
wanna
funny
be
how
met
there's
with?
so much talk from people
Barbara,
when they
you're
go
just
out.
making noise.
All right, what do you guys want to do? You have one decision to make, and then once you've made it, it's over.
I'll do it. Come on. 300K, 25%.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. We'll crush it.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
So that was our dramatic clip of the evening, but it was a great investment. Mark Cuban was the partner we wanted because we felt he represented the brand best, and so that was another great awareness factor in terms of dude wipes, but also wipes, also flushable wipes. The more we can get the word out there about either of these causes is good for us, but it's also good for the industry. So we wanted to wrap up with a few other ways that we try and predict trends and develop new products. So here's a tool that is free that anybody can use called Google Trends, and it's indexes search terms and their popularity. So you can see flushable wipes, face wipes, and dude wipes are all plotted on here. And the dude wipes in the yellow, you can see when it outtrends, some of these major search terms. That's when we had those big PR moments, like the Shark Tank, like the Fantasy Factory, and the UFC Twitter trend. So we try and look at these along with Amazon analytics search tools to actually see what are people looking for and what do they want, and then back it into what do we think we would like. And, so as much as our first product was based on, something we needed and something we wanted, now as we're growing, we're also trying to see what's out there, what do people want. So we also talk a lot with our manufacturers, hear about what they're doing in R&D, ask for samples of new technology. We listen to our retail buyers, where are their pain points, where do they need products for growth. And then, the most importantly is your customer feedback and your online customer reviews, because whether those people are saying positive or negative things about your product, they're offering you a huge insight into either problems or areas you need to go. So we try and be very diligent with all those. The Quick Dude Shower was the product we launched after Dude Wipes. So this is a non-flushable, which we are starting to label with that new symbol. So we're staying up on that. Thick, durable towels, natural water-based solution, and this is for when you don't have time to shower, camping, truckers, guys who work out on lunch, etc. So this is kind of a new category of body wipes that we're going to be getting into and trying to grow with the same Dude brand, humorous messaging. And future trend outlooks. I know some of this stuff was touched on this morning by Phil, but we got some updated stats from our friends at Euromonitor in Chicago. So it's just showing the 2016 numbers. You could see moist toilet tissue along with face wipes being some of the higher growth ones of 2016. And then the CAGRs from 2015 to 2020. Again, you can see it's showing a slower growth in moist toilet tissue than, baby wipes or general purpose wipes. But that is, all things we try and use on a bigger picture to develop our products and develop our sales. And that is all we got for you guys. Thank you very much.
I'd ask for questions here, but I'm a little bit worried about doing so. But I'm going to do it anyway. And I have a question for you to start with, and that is, what section of Europe was that bass fisherman from, by the way? Couldn't identify the region from his dialect.
The deep south.
And then just a quick follow-up question. What's going on with Dude Wipes in Europe?
There actually is nothing right now in terms of distribution, and we're encouraged by the wipe usage out here, and we're actually looking to diversify a little bit with manufacturing out this way. But some of the stats earlier were interesting. People are price sensitive over brand sensitive in Europe, and since it's all made in the USA, we're going to have to bump it up with a premium price out here. But we are looking into distribution options.
Yeah, we do hear from a lot of international kind of distribution options, distributors, but the biggest challenge when looking at, from our business perspective is the shipping costs.
Shipping?
So it's really preventative in terms of,
Because there are dudes out here.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Go Wipes podcast. Check out the rest of the series for more information about this year's conference. If you'd like to register for next year's conference, go to www.go-wipes.com to register for Go Wipes 2017. Thanks again.